from the season finale. And we start off with Jade and Tabitha in the tunnels, not hurrying, no sense of urgency whatsoever. So I was immediately irritated when it first started. Boyd and the gang are outside waiting for the go for them to give them the go ahead to pull the tree. So they get it. So then we have the monster people, and they move the tarp and just come on in, and that freaked me out because I didn't think they could move it because there was a talisman there. So they come on in. So another thing that irritated me was the communication, the lack thereof. So once those people were coming in, the monsters were coming in. Jade and them paused for a long time, and then they're like, "Send the ladder down." But I think Boyd was calling down to them, and they didn't answer right away. And then finally, Jade was like, "Send the ladder down." So they send the ladder down. Tabitha starts climbing the ladder, and remember, Sophia cut the rope when they were making it, so nobody double checked the rope. But okay. And then Tabitha climbs up, and she falls because of the rope because of what was cut. Now, listen, the ladder seemed like it was fine. I mean, she fell because it was cut, but I felt like they could have still made it up that ladder. Just skip a run. But okay, they didn't. And Boyd kept calling them and they wouldn't answer. So then all of a sudden it got dark. And there was like an earthquake or something going on, and there's Victor. Remember, he was in jail or whatever. Kenny lets him out, and they're standing in the doorway because of the quake. And Victor's like, "Why didn't you listen to me? You guys cut the tree down. I told you not to." The cheerleader and the other monsters are coming for Jade and Tabitha. And Boyd is like, "Answer me. Are you guys okay down there?" Nothing. And they were down there. So the other monsters were coming out, so they couldn't stay in the woods any longer. So they hopped in the car. But first of all, who is on the back of a pickup truck in Fromville, first of all, at night? Tabitha and Jade are trying to find somewhere to go, so they're going through the tunnels trying to hide from the monsters. Now, first of all, why is Patty even there? I think that's her name. It's either Patty or Peggy, but we're going with Patty. Why was she even out there after the trauma she went through at the when they went to go get the food and stuff and that big doll burned her face? Why is she out again? That's what I want to know. But anyway, she's in the car just freaking out because she's like, "I don't want to go through this again." And again, she shouldn't have been there. Like, but I was cracking up. She was losing it. She grabs Boyd's gun because she's going to kill herself because she just can't take it because they were driving and one of those monsters came and was hitting on the window and she just, Patty, Fatima and Christy are at the clinic, and Fatima's like, "We have to do something." And and Christy was like, "No, Fatima, you can't in your condition." She's like, "What is my condition?" I know that's right, Fatima. She said, "Y'all have me here with playing puzzles. What is my condition?" Christy was about to tell her, I think, and then Fatima stopped because she started seeing through Smiley's eyes. And she was like, "They're coming," and then they show them. Um, Marielle, I think I called her Christy, but Marielle was like, "We'll be okay. We have a talisman," and she pulled the curtain, and the talisman is gone. It fell off because of the quake. So she's reaching for it again. I feel like she's not fast enough. So by the time she gets it, he's got the door open and he's coming. So then they have to run. He had the nerve to walk in the room, and he saw Fatima and he was like, "Mother." Okay, Norman Bates. And then he just transforms because he's about to kill Muriel. And then not Tabitha, but Fatima started screaming right back at him. Oh, because he swiped Marielle with his, they like to rip people open. He got her right in the stomach. And Fatima kept yelling, like in the monster way. He straightened up and he was like, "Interesting." Ooh, he's creepy. Good Lord. Oof. He was at one of those conventions. I think it was I forgot where it was. I saw a video of it. And he looked so creepy, but I would definitely take a picture with him. So Fatima went to go help Marielle, and she was like, "Get away from me!" After all that screaming you just did. And Fatima's like, "I'm trying to help you. Just tell me how to help you." She really wanted to help her, but she told her to get. I think she told her to get Christy. So Christy and Ellis are on their way, and they walk by and they see Smiley, or they drive by and they see Smiley walking. Christy comes in and sees Marielle. She dies in her arms. Now Sophia is sitting there with Elgin because he was dumb enough to show her that picture of her before. Why he didn't take it to Boyd, I don't know. He was all, Sophia, look at this guy's picture. Like, come on. She's trying to strike a deal with him, and she's saying I don't know what she wanted him to do, but he didn't want to do it. This was funny because Sophia was talking, but she turned her back, and Elgin was trying to get up and leave and sneak up and leave, and Clara had the nerve to block his way. Mm-mm. So she said, "What is?" Sophia was like, "What is it gonna be?" And he just started praying, and she was just like, "You people in your prayers," and she grabbed his hand and did something to him, and he's gone. I thought about it. Whatever she did. 'Cause remember when she was the man in yellow, and he was like, he told Tabitha that they're gonna release some unbearable suffering or whatever. That's what it looked like he was going through. So Sophia left and told Claire to get rid of the body. And then we have Henry. He's up in his room, his and Victor's room, and he said he found some bullets. And he was like, "Why are there bullets in here?" And he was talking to Donna. Donna was like, "Oh, Victor used to carry a gun in his lunchbox," and so that gave him an idea. Ellis shows up at the clinic and he asks Randall what happened. Um, Ellis and Fatima are in still at the clinic, and he asked her what happened, and she didn't tell him the whole story about her freaking out, screaming like one of those monsters. And she just said that Marielle tried to save her, and also the guy just walked away. She didn't tell the rest of it. I wouldn't either. So then a storm breaks out, and like all this lightning and fiery sky. And I'm not gonna lie, when they were showing up, when the van was showing up at Colony House, I thought lightning was gonna strike it. So everybody shows up in the van, and Tabitha's not there, or Jade, and so they're thinking their mom is dead. Meanwhile, Sophia's collecting all the talisman. Um, Henry goes to the police station, the sheriff's station, and he finds the gun, Victor's old gun. Donna, Julie, and Ethan are in the kitchen. Ethan's freaking out about their mom being gone. And then Donna started talking to him about it, trying to reassure him. And then all of a sudden, the cabinets opened and shut, and things were flying around. And another thing a mystery that we don't know anything about, and because that happened before a while back. So they run out of the room. Ethan freaks out, rightfully so, to Julie, and he was like, "I don't want," but I was kind of laughing because he was like, "Everybody's gonna die, and I'm gonna be here by myself. I don't want to be here alone with that boy, the boy in white." I had to rewind him, like, "What did he say?" And Julie tried to reassure him that he's not gonna be alone, but he is convinced because he's been kicking it with Victor, and he had Victor show him how to survive. So they're at the sheriff's station, and Boyd is just done because he feels like Tabitha and Jade are dead, and or not Fatima, but Jocasta is trying to. She's like, "What's next? We got to go back. The bones are down there." And Boyd is like, "We can't go back. The only two people who knew what to do with the bones are gone." So he's kind of given up. But Sarah hears the radio go off. So Tabitha and Jade are okay for now, and they're in the tunnels and they're trying to get a message out to them. But they're not sure if they did because the battery died. But it got through. Randall and Christy are taking Marielle's body. Boyd tells Fatima and Ellis to come inside, and then he tells them they're going to get Jade and Tabitha. So Fatima wants to go, and she tells them, "I can sense when those things are there. I can help you. I can maybe help you guys, like give you a heads up if they're coming." So she insisted on going with them, and they agreed to let her go.